Today we're going to be looking at the issues that has been contributing to the some of the things that we pass through in life. There are certain lifestyles that we live. To us, it is normal. There's nothing wrong with it. Everybody's living that way, but everybody is not everybody. You are not everybody, and everybody is not you. Your destiny and their destiny can never ever be the same. What God says will come to pass in your life is not what He said that will come to pass in their lives. So you do not have to open the channel for the evil spirits to enter and then crumble you or cripple you. We really don't know what our future is like. We don't know. We strive to make life better for us. And in striving to make life better for you, you don't have to open avenues for every demon to enter. Because the mission of these demons is they're just looking for a loophole. You don't have to open the door so wide for them. They're just looking for a loophole, a very tiny hole, and they will enter. And to cast them away, you all know that it is difficult. Yeah, it is possible, but it is difficult to cast them away. So it's better not to give them the chance to enter into your life and to cripple you and cripple everything that means so much to you. So some of this lifestyle that we are living, I'm going to be taking them one after the other. If you are a parent here, or you know someone who is a parent, please, I would like you to notify the person right now, let them join us, because this particular lifestyle that I want to talk about is mainly from our parents. So many of us are suffering right from the time you were born. So many of us are passing through hell without knowing the cause of our problems. You've done everything humanly possible to set yourself free, especially financially. But up to no avail, you are still where you are at the moment. And majority of these problems were caused by our parents. I am not saying that the parents are the evil ones. No, to them they meant well for you, but at the same time they do not know that they have opened the doors of these evil spirits to torment you. Now, what is the problem that I'm talking about? So many of our African parents, I'm using African as an example because I am an African, I'm a Nigerian. So many of our African parents are fond of this. Whenever you have a visitor in your house, this may be someone you have known for ages. You've known this person for 20 years, you've known this person for 30 years. Doesn't mean that you know this person spiritually. You know this person physically, but you cannot tell who this person is spiritually. And whenever your visitors comes to your house, you bring out all your children, from the first child to the last child, to come and say hello to the visitor, to come and greet the visitor. It is so wrong. It is very wrong. You as a parent, your visitor is your visitor, not your child's visitor. Your visitor has no business with your child. You don't have to bring out your child to say hello to your visitor because you do not know what you are doing. To you, you are trying to make a connection for your child and the visitor in case in future your child might need the help of the visitor. Do you know who this visitor is spiritually? Can you tell what this visitor can do spiritually? Can you? You cannot. And sometimes when we bring our children out to greet these visitors will go as far as touching your children, one after the other. They will touch your child on the head. They will touch your child on the shoulder. They will touch your child wherever they like. To you, there is nothing wrong with it. They are your visitor. They meant well. That is to you. Do you know the spiritual implication of what you are doing? At that moment, you're not going to see anything wrong. No one is going to see anything wrong. But this child can grow up to become an adult in the future, a full-grown man that cannot feed himself, a full-grown woman that cannot provide nothing for herself. And you see these young men living under the shadows of their friends, following their friends all about just for them to eat. They cannot even live in a one-bedroom apartment because they cannot pay the rent. They'll keep on following people about as boys for others, just for them to get a transport fare. This time around, we are not even talking about for them to become somebody in future, just for them to get a little money to eat and for their transport fare. And no matter what they do in life, they will not succeed. And you, as the parent, you cannot reap the fruit of your labor because your child is not doing anything. When you call your child to request for a financial help, your child will give you an excuse because he cannot even feed himself, not to talk of giving you something. And no one knows where this problem is coming from. And if care is not taken, you will see your child as a useless child, as a child that is not hardworking. Meanwhile, this boy, this man is trying his best to meet up with the society, to make sure that he is able, that he is standing on his 2 feet, and yet he can't. And if I tell you that the problem started the moment you brought him out to meet the visitor, will you agree with me? No, you will not. Because this thing happened years ago when he was small, when he was little. You brought him out to say hello to the visitor. That hand the visitor laid on the head of your child, can you tell what the visitor has done? Do you know what they have done? You know, most of us, or if not all of us, the only thing we see as a crime is when the child is physically sick or when the child passes away. That is when we will know that the visitor has done something bad to a child. But you cannot tell what the visitor has impacted into your child by touching your child on the head. You do not know that. If you are a parent, stop it. So many of our parents are suffering right now, wherever they are. It is time for them to reap the fruits of their labor, but they can't, and they are not, because these children that they are looking up to, that will come back tomorrow to help them, are not even doing anything. No matter how you try to help these guys and these girls, it will still not work. Because most of the time, their destiny has been exchanged. But you do not know it. Because right from the time he started as a little child, you didn't take him to the native doctor, you didn't bring in a native doctor into your house, you didn't take him into any spiritual house. So to you, he doesn't have any spiritual problem. But you do not know that his problem started the day the visitor laid hands on him or on her. So if you are a parent, keep your visitors away from your children. Keep them away. Majority of them do not have the time to harm these children. No, that is not their mission. Their mission is to take the innocence in these children out from them, to take the destiny of these children and impact on themselves. So you have to be careful the way you live your life. If you trust your visitor so much, your visitor is your visitor. You can trust your visitor with your life and keep your children away from your visitor. So that in the future, you don't have to see these children as useless children, as children that cannot amount to anything. So many of young men and women are actually suffering. Majority of them are no longer in their houses. They're no longer living with their parents. But wherever they are suffering. They can't even eat. It is only when you eat that we talk about your transport fare, that we talk about what you are doing to make it in life. But these guys and these ladies, they find it difficult eating. If their friends do not provide for them, they cannot eat. And that is not living. They are actually existing, but they are not living. So if you are a parent, you have to be very careful, especially those who still have little children right now. Stop bringing out your children for your visitors to see. They have no business with your child. Now, another problem that we're going to be talking about is giving out your child's information to your so-called friends. It is totally wrong. It is bad, and I condemn that. No matter who that person is, you don't have the right to give out your child's information to anybody. If your child is in school, of course, the school has your child's information. That one is totally different. I am talking about the people that visits you, especially the parents that has grown-up adults. Your children are out there in different states trying to make it in life. And here you are, wherever you are, whenever anybody comes to see you, you start narrating everything about your child to these people. From the first child to the last child. You tell them where they stay, the states they are staying, what they are doing. Some go as far as telling how much their children make monthly, yearly, their achievements. You are actually opening the doors of demons to enter. It is not everybody that smiles with you or that laughs with you actually means well for you. You wanna brag with your child's achievement in life, but you do not know that you are exposing your child to the demons to attack. You are actually doing that. Stop giving out your child's information. Even if your child happens to be the most wealthy child, wherever he or she is, let it be between you and your child and your immediate family. When I mean the immediate family, I mean you, your spouse, your children, and the other one. That is the one that is outside making it. Stop telling people what your child is doing. Stop telling people where your child is at the moment. And there are a lot of parents, especially women, whenever you want to seek a spiritual help for your child, you start consulting your friends so that they will help you out. And these friends will take you to the so-called places that they're going to take you so that they will perform something for your child, and then your child will become successful in life. Do you actually know what these your friends are doing behind you? Remember, the discussion you had with your friend and the day they're going to take you to the so-called place is not going to be the same. Of course, you have to give them time so that they'll make phone calls and know where they're going to take you. Do you know what transpired with that telephone conversation? Do you know what they have discussed with the so-called people that they're going to take you to? Of course, when you go with them to such places and to meet the spiritualist or whoever, and before you, they're going to perform something, telling you that they are doing this for your child to be successful. Do you actually know what they have done? Can you prove it? Do you have that spiritual gift for you to know what they have done, if it's real or not? Do you know what they have done, if it's going to affect your child positively or negatively? Do you know that? No, you don't. If you want to go anywhere for your child, do it alone. Do it alone. Never you go with anybody. Never you tell anybody anything concerning your child. If your child is experiencing a spiritual problem, discuss that spiritual problem with your child. And if you're supposed to go anywhere, go it alone. Except your child is an adult and feels like going with you, fine. Do not involve a third party. So many of us cannot live our lives without involving outsiders into our lives. And tomorrow you keep on saying that God doesn't answer prayers. Meanwhile, you are the one opening every door for these demons to enter. And whenever these demons enter, of course, they're not going to allow you to have that peace. Whatsoever you are looking out for, you will not get it, because they will keep on fighting. They will keep on destroying the little blessings that you already have. So if you are a parent, stop giving out your child's information to people, not just only your children who are adults, even the little ones. Allow your children to grow. Allow their destiny to flow the way God has destined it to flow. Stop cutting their destinies. Stop cutting their blessings. Stop shutting the doors of their blessings. Allow things to flow normally. Now I'm going to talk about this particular one. Majority of us, we are all guilty of this. But I just want to let us know how to be very careful in life when it comes to shaking hands. Shaking hands is a form of greeting and is acceptable worldwide. Yeah, but there are a lot of evil people who are taking advantage of this. And if you are spiritually gifted, you are supposed to know these people around you. Whatever your heart tells you about anybody, that is what that person is, and that is who that person is. You don't have to doubt anything that your heart tells you about somebody else. Even if you see the most powerful man of God and your heart tells you that this man of God is diabolical, believe your heart, not what others say. Believe that thing that your heart has told you. In shaking hands, you have to be very careful. So many destinies has been exchanged through shaking hands. So many doors of blessings has been exchanged through shaking hands. You actually saw someone you know, and you decide to greet this person, and you shook hands with each other. You meant well. You didn't mean anything bad. But then, as time goes on, and remember, all these diabolical powers, all these charms that people inflict on people, you think they're going to work immediately? No. Because when they start working immediately, you can tell who has done something to you, something negative to you. You can tell. So these days, they do not do it so that it's going to work immediately. It can take 2 months. It can take 3 months. But you will never know that it was the very day that you shook hands with this person. And then you see a man who is doing so well. And all of a sudden, this man starts going down financially. No matter what he lays his hands on, he's not going to succeed in life. And then you start seeing someone, money can never stay in your hand. It's not possible. Whenever money comes into your hand, a bigger problem will come to take that money. A life-threatening issue will come to take that money. It doesn't matter what that money is for. You will see someone toiling day and night just to gather enough money to go into trade. And the moment the money gets into your hands, a life-threatening issue will come. It's either your father is about to die, or your mom is about to die, or your sibling is about to die, or your child is about to die. And it requires a financial need. And then you bring out that money to solve the problem. And that's it. You can no longer go into trade anymore because you don't have anything anymore. These problems, majority of them, comes through shaking hands. Majority of them. You have to be very careful. Before you shake hands with people, it is better that people call you names, make fun of you. Before you shake hands with people, if you don't want them to notice what you're doing so that it doesn't look like you are so archaic, you're from the bush, you can say that prayer inside you. You can say that prayer inside you. You can cover yourself very well with prayers before you shake hands with people. And I'm going to tell us this. If you are spiritually fortified, that's you are fortified. Fortification doesn't mean that you're going to visit a native doctor and they'll perform something on you. That's a different kind of fortification. I'm talking about you being fortified by the Holy Spirit. And it comes through prayers. When you are spiritually fortified, it will be so difficult for this type of people to give you that handshake. You may bring out your hand to shake them, but they will not bring out their own hand. That is when you see most of them, if they have their hand fan, they use their hand fan to shake you because there is power in your hands. There is fire in your hands. And your hand coming in contact with their own hand is going to destroy a lot of things for them. So they're not going to give you that handshake. They'll either use their hand fan to shake you. Then that's it. So you have to be very careful with people. Not everyone you see along the way, not all your friends actually mean well for you. I'm not saying that friendship is bad, it's not bad, it's good, but do not trust your fellow human being because you do not know when the person has changed. You can only attest for yourself. You cannot attest for the next person. You cannot even attest for your child, not to talk of a total stranger outside. So do not trust anybody. Just trust yourself, trust in God. And He's going to be there always for you. Now I want to talk to um, ladies who are still giving birth. This is something that we African always practice, and it's wrong. But I'm glad that majority are stopping it right now. I'm so glad. When you give birth to a newborn baby, of course, people are going to come to welcome you, to see the newborn baby and to welcome the baby. Please, for that moment, the child is still tender. The child cannot defend himself or herself. You are the defender of that child. You are the protector of that child. Never you allow anyone to carry your child. Please. Never you allow anyone to carry your child. Like I told us, these days they're not going to kill you, they're not going to kill your child, but you actually do not know what is going on spiritually. Most of the time, some of these adults we see misbehaving were actually initiated when they were born. And some of these people that comes to visit you, to visit the child and to welcome the child, were actually guilty of this. Babies, most of the times, are being initiated when they were still babies by the people that has come to welcome you and the child. And that initiation, you will not see them performing any incantation. They will not do that. All they need to do is just with their eyes. By looking steadily at your child can be initiated. So you have to be very careful when you allow people to carry your child. Like I said, when you think that you will see them waving their hands over the child and performing incantations and jumping up and down, you're not going to see that. They can carry your child for 10 minutes and that's enough for them to share the child. Whenever you notice anyone carrying your child but looking steadily at your child without blinking his eyes or her side or her eyes, what you're supposed to do at the moment is to carry your child from that person, to cut that initiation short. Do not open the door for the devil to enter. Save your child. There is a reason why God gave that child to you. You will be the child's protector and defender until the child is of age, until that child becomes an adult. And all you owe that child at that moment will be prayers. Now, there is something that majority normally do, which is spiritually not advisable. Someone you know this person too well, but it's been a long time that you have seen this person. Like maybe you haven't seen this person in months, you haven't seen this person in years, and all of a sudden this person shows up in your house and wants to spend the night. No matter what is happening, never you ever allow that person. You actually do not know that person anymore. You do not know the person. No matter the story the person tells you, never you allow the person to spend the night in your child. Exchange of energies at home is a very serious spiritual issue. That person coming into your house is coming in with a different energy other than the one existing in your house, a different spirit, and you can't have two captains in one boat. You do not know the spirit that person possesses. Even if you hear that the person is powerful spiritually, you do not know the energy the person is coming in. So many visitors, when they come to your house and leave, you will start experiencing a lot of weird things in your house. You will start experiencing financial breakdown. You start experiencing sickness. You start experiencing backwards. Meanwhile, these people have gone. They are no longer in your house, but they came in with a different energy. And these people are always bold. They are so bold that when they tell you anything, you will find it difficult to say no. But you saying no depends on the spirit in you. If your spirit is not strong, of course, you're going to allow them. And they come in and do whatever they want to do and leave. But when your spirit is strong, people are going to see that you are wicked. That is what people will see it. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Except you know that you are ready to fight that energy that the person is coming into your house with. And fighting this energy is not an easy battle. Of course, you should know that. It's never an easy battle. So that you know this person for a very long time and this person bumped into your house and cooked up so many stories, whether the stories are real or not, it's none of your business. It's not supposed to be your business. If you really love this person and you want to help this person, check that person into a hotel. Tell the person to go to the hotel and stay. Tomorrow, you could go and meet the person there. That is the most you can do for this person. But opening the doors of your house to allow this person to enter and pass the night in your house is spiritually wrong. Never you do that. You only know the energy in your house because you know those of your household. All of you share the same energy. Someone else bringing in another energy is going to be a spiritual battle. So you have to avoid that. Now, there are so many visitors also. I know a majority do this and we don't see it as anything. You know this person is your friend, and all of a sudden this person just comes to your house, and while you are chatting, he or she will tell you that he needs to wash his face because the face is so oily, he's sweating, this and that. Please, never you allow that person to wash his or her face in your house. It is the same thing as releasing his energy in your house, and you actually do not know where this person is coming from. Most of the times, these are the assignments that was given to them. These are the assignments, and like I told us, they are bold. They are very bold. That you have to be, your spirit has to be very strong for you to be able to withstand them. And they're bumping into your house and tell you that they are sweating, they're tired, they want to wash their face. Never you allow them to wash their faces in your house. Never you allow them do that. Because after washing their faces in your house, they're going to pour that water away. It is releasing that energy in your house. And if they're coming from somewhere diabolical, you do not know the assignment that was given to them. And like I told us, if you think that at the end of the day, by the following day or the following week you die, no, you're not going to die. They are actually not coming to kill you. They are coming to collect something that you have, which they need. And then you will start experiencing a lot of problems as time goes on. And whenever you start experiencing these problems, you will no longer see them in your house. No matter what you do, even if you invite them on your own, you will not see them. They will not come. Because when they come to your house again, they're going to get in contact with that energy that they have released in your house, and it's going to go back to them. That is just like back to sender. And they will not come. So if you are living your life this way, it is better you stop it. I have talked about exchange of words before, but I'm still going to mention it. People not like, this is my friend, this is your friend, we've been friends since secondary school, and then she comes to your house and tells you that she has an interview and she doesn't know what to wear, she doesn't have anything to wear. Can you give me this, your gown, let me wear it? And then after, she will return the gown to you. It's either you don't give that person that cloth at all, or when the person returns the clothes, never you collect that cloth from the person. Never you take it back. Yeah, they are going for an interview, they're going for a party, they're going for a celebration. That is what they told you. And like I said, you do not know the assignment. Exchanging clothes is equally as good as exchanging destiny. You do not know the assignment that was given to them. You do not know what has transpired spiritually. But I always advise people, it is better you answer a wicked person, but save your life, save your future, save your destiny, than becoming someone so caring, so loving, so social, and then you give out your clothes. Your clothes represents you spiritually. Your clothes. That is why when someone wants to harm you, like someone wants to take away your life, they actually do not need to see you. Most of the times they need that thing that you put on your body. It can be your undies, it can be your clothes, it can be your shoe or your slippers. Whatever you put on your body represents you spiritually. If anybody decides to take any of these things to wherever they are going to in order to harm you, whatever they do will affect you. It will affect you. If you are spiritually strong, it may not complete the mission because of the gift in you. But if you are not spiritually strong, it may complete that mission. So you have to be very careful. Do not exchange your clothes. If you feel that you are buoyant enough and your friend doesn't have something to go for his or her interview or birthday party or whatsoever, you can buy something for them. Do not give out what you have. For the old clothes that you have and you want to give out, do not give it out to a particular person that you know. You can pack them neatly, drop them at the church or anywhere. Or you can even take it to the dustbin and drop it at a clean place. Whoever that picks it up at that moment doesn't know you. And whatsoever they do with that clothes will not get to you. If you wash them first, because you must wash them, pack them neatly, dispose them however you want to dispose them, but do not give it out to someone in particular, someone you know, except you know the person is from the same family with you and you know that this person cannot harm you. You are sure that this person cannot harm you, and then you give it out. Otherwise, when you pack them neatly, drop them maybe at the Motherless Babies Home or charity organization or just in the dustbin, wherever the dumpster is, keep it there. Whoever that picks it up, that cloth doesn't belong to you anymore because you have actually disposed of it. Spiritually, it doesn't belong to you anymore. So we have to be very careful. Now I want to tell us this, mainly with our visitors. If you have any visitor that you do not trust, like this is someone you know or you are suspecting that this person is diabolical in nature, and this person comes to your house and pretends like his shoe or her shoe has a lot of sand and requests for broom to sweep off that sand. Don't do that. I will advise you to sweep off that sand by yourself. Collect that sand, dispose that sand by yourself. Never you give that person the broom to sweep off the sand from his shoe or her shoe. They actually need that sand for ritual. They need that sand for ritual. So when you collect the sand by yourself and dispose of it, of course, nothing is going to happen. Don't give, no matter who that person is, because they will try to intimidate you, especially when they are elderly. When they are older than you, they will try to intimidate you by forcing you to give them the broom and the dustpan so that they will sweep it off on their own. Never you do that. Never you do that. They actually want that sand for ritual. You have to open your eyes. People are suffering. And up till now, they cannot tell how the whole suffering started. When they check themselves, they are clean. Their hands are clean. They didn't harm anybody. They didn't engage in anything bad. But they are suffering. And what is the cause of these problems? So many of our young boys and young girls are on exile. I don't know if you are aware of this. So many of our young boys and our young girls are on exile. They have traveled for a very long time, but you haven't seen them with your two eyes. They do not come back home. Majority of them have stopped calling home. They no longer call home. They don't care about their siblings and their parents anymore. And if I tell you that they do not know what they're doing, will you believe me? Yes. They do not know what they are doing because they are on exile. When someone is sent on an exile, you are totally cut off from your blood. You are cut off from your lineage. You do not have any business anymore with your people spiritually and even physically. You don't have any business with them. That is why so many parents back home are crying that the child they sold the land and sent outside the country has never called for once. They can't even tell if the child is still alive. Doesn't call, doesn't send anything. So many of them are living in the same country with their parents, but for the past 5 years, they haven't gone back home to see their parents. They haven't called their parents to hear their voices. They only know of their family, of their parents from their friends who visited home. That you will not see them. They will not send money. There won't be any tangible project going on at home in their name. No. And some of these people, you may think that they are in prison or you think that things are so difficult for them. But when you hear about them, you will know that they are so wealthy wherever they are. They are very wealthy. They are okay. But these people were sent on an exile. And the only way to send someone on an exile is so easy. It's so easy. And that is why I'm pinpointing on parents being careful with the people you introduce to your children and introduce your children to these people. You have to be very careful. So many of our parents, when you come back home to meet them, you buy things for them. Because of their good heart, they want to call the whole congregation, the whole community to come and witness and see what my child has done for me, what my child has bought for me. And people will clap and rejoice, and you think they're actually rejoicing with you. And then the greatest mistake they will make is to allow these children to give out money, cash, to the congregation. If you want to do something for people, don't give out cash. I always say this. Do not give out cash. If those people are complaining that they don't have anything to eat, buy the foodstuffs for them. If they're complaining that they don't have anything to wear, buy clothes for them. If they're complaining that their children are sent out of school because of school fees, pay the school fees for them. Do not give out cash. So many people are on exile now because of the cash they gave out to those they thought were rejoicing with them when they visited their parents, and they were sent on exile, so that the parents will no longer reap the fruit of their labor. So you have to be very careful. If you are a parent, be very careful. If you actually want to reap the fruit of your labor, be very careful with the way you handle issues that concerns your children, the way you relay your children's information to people. Your child is your child. Those outside do not have any business with your child. Whatever is happening to your child, you should be the one to know. You should be the one to seek for the solution. Stop exposing your children to dangers outside. You will be the one to cry at the end. If you have any question to ask me, please, you can write your questions down.